too
Have you ever
helpless?
noticed something strange about human babies?
Alone against the wild,
A baby
survival
deer can
is far
stand
from
within
guaranteed.
hours.
A baby horse can run the same day. A baby chimpanzee can cling to its mother almost immediately. Human babies.
They can't do much of anything.
They can't walk. They can't feed themselves. They can't even keep themselves warm.
From a survival perspective,
Human babies look like a terrible design. And yet somehow, our species conquered the planet. So here's the question.
how did the most helpless babies on Earth survive long enough to become the most successful species that ever lived?
The answer is stranger than most people realize.
Because it wasn't intelligence that saved us first.
It was something else. Something modern humans may be quietly losing.
For most of human history,
Survival was brutal.
predators were everywhere.
Food was uncertain.
Weather could kill.
Disease could wipe out entire groups. Now imagine trying to survive all of that while carrying a newborn that cannot do anything on its own. It sounds impossible.
In many ways, it should have been.
Human babies are unusually helpless because of one thing: our brains.
Humans have enormous brains compared to body size. In fact, they're so large that if babies stayed in the womb until their brains were fully developed,
Childbirth would become nearly impossible. So evolution found a compromise.
a strange one.
Human babies are born earlier than they ideally would be, not premature in a medical sense.
But premature compared to their development.
At birth, a human brain is only a fraction of its adult size. A huge amount of development happens outside the womb, and that creates a problem.
The baby now needs years of protection,
Not days,
not weeks.
years.
This changed everything about human society.
Most animals can raise offspring with relatively little help. Humans couldn't. A single mother carrying a child through an ancient landscape faced enormous challenges.
Finding food, avoiding predators,
Managing illness,
traveling long distances,
protecting herself.
protecting the child.
The workload was simply too large. So humans evolved something unusual. Not bigger claws, not sharper teeth, not thicker skin. We evolved cooperation.
Long before cities existed,
Long before agriculture, long before written language. Humans were already building something incredibly sophisticated.
social networks.
Ancient children were rarely cared for by only two parents. They were surrounded by people,
Grandparents,
aunts,
uncles,
older siblings, friends, neighbors. The child belonged to the group. And that may have changed the course of human history. Anthropologists often describe humans as cooperative breeders.
It sounds technical, but the idea is simple.
Raising children became a shared project, not an individual burden.
The more people helping, the better the child's chances. And the numbers support this across many traditional societies.
Children often survive at higher rates when extended family members are present, especially grandmothers.
Which leads to one of the strangest theories in human evolution.
The grandmother hypothesis: humans are unusual because women often live decades after their reproductive years end. Very few species do this.
One explanation is that grandmothers became so valuable to child survival that evolution favored keeping them around. Think about that.
Your grandmother may exist because ancient grandmothers were helping save children thousands of years ago.
But cooperation wasn't the only advantage.
Physical contact mattered too.
A lot.
Modern life treats physical contact as optional. Ancient life did not. Ancient babies were carried almost constantly, against the body, through forests,
Across grasslands, over mountains. They slept next to caregivers. They traveled with caregivers.
They spent most of their early lives touching another human being.
And neuroscience suggests this wasn't just comforting.
It was biological. Close contact helps regulate stress hormones, body temperature, heart rate, breathing patterns. What feels emotionally comforting today may have once been a survival requirement.
Which raises an uncomfortable question.
What happens when a brain evolved for constant contact grows up in a world of isolation? Because modern humans live differently, very differently. Many parents raise children far from relatives.
Many families live alone.
Many communities barely know their neighbors.
For most of history,
That would have seemed bizarre.
imagine explaining modern parenting to an ancient human.
Two exhausted adults raise children mostly by themselves.
They might think the system sounds broken. And maybe that's why so many modern parents feel overwhelmed.
Not because they're failing, but because they're attempting something humans rarely did throughout evolution.
Raising children without a tribe. The strange thing is that ancient humans didn't fully understand why their methods worked. They didn't know about cortisol. They didn't know about brain development. They didn't know about neuroscience.
But they observed reality, generation after generation.
They learned what increased survival.
And those lessons became traditions. Some traditions were wrong. Some were surprisingly effective. But beneath all of them was one powerful truth.
Children survived when people stayed connected.
And struggled when they were isolated. That pattern appears again and again throughout human history.
The story of human survival is often told as a story about tools,
Fire, spears, agriculture,
technology.
but maybe the most important invention wasn't a tool at all.
Maybe it was a tribe.
The invisible network of people willing to share responsibility for each other's survival. Without that network,
Human babies would have faced impossible odds. Without that network,
civilization may never have existed. And without that network, you probably wouldn't be here. Because somewhere in your family tree, stretching back thousands of generations,
countless people helped keep one fragile child alive. Again.
and again, and again, long enough for your story to begin. Modern humans have more medicine than any generation before us. More safety, more technology, more knowledge. But sometimes it's worth remembering what ancient humans understood instinctively. Humans survive best together. Your brain remembers more than you think. If you enjoyed this journey into the primitive mind, subscribe for more strange stories about ancient humans, psychology, and the hidden instincts still shaping your life today.